Hello, friends, and welcome to the second annual Student Voice Summit, sponsored by Mindful Practices and Class Catalyst. We are so glad that you are here. Please note that the views and opinions are those of the students themselves. They are offered here simply as a window into their lives. Taking time to express themselves is what is most important, and we honor and acknowledge that. Please use this video to start discussions with your children and students. Thank you.
What's happening in the world right now? Well, to be truthful, it's not all good. With pollution worse than ever, and big companies and their ways of gaining money, it's making the earth and soil come to doom. But as recently, we are working to help that, and what's better is if we all come to unite, we can save the place we call Earth.
I know a lot of things are going on in the world these days, like how Elon Musk bought Twitter and what happened at the Oscars and COVID-19. I saw the Oscars live and it was something.
Obama recently went back to the White House and he was loved by everybody, and poor Joe Biden was left alone.
And the cities are starting to grow and
people are getting sick. I can't go to school. I have to wear a mask all the time, and I can't be that close to my friends.
Danger. A lot of people are dying from COVID-19. Is social distancing. It's still good to wear a mask, although I'm not wearing it right now.
virus and all the people that have passed away from it and all that.
There's people protesting and people disagree, and then there's fights happening.
A lot of crazy stuff is going on in the world. Russia is attacking Ukraine, and this has led to war in Russia, and Russia has invaded Ukraine. In an attempt to get them back, I also don't feel great about it happening. And innocent people are being forced out of their homes and being put in danger.
COVID-19, a lot of people die because of it and a lot of people suffer.
My family experienced a lot of loss. I lost 2 uncles and 2 grandfathers.
I mean, there's a lot going on between the war between Russia and Ukraine and all of that. And I feel like there's just a lot of talk about COVID, so no one really sees the different sides of things.
Climate change and also Putin's attack with Ukraine, which is 2 big things going on right now.
Negativity and violence. A lot of violence, definitely.
People will try to get into argument and stuff.
Well, sometimes I don't see it happening. I just see it on the news, and sometimes it's around here, around the Pilsen neighborhoods.
Russian and Ukraine war or whatever. I'm not too sure if that's still going on because I don't really watch the news.
A war going on?
There's a war going on against Ukraine and Russia.
Like the Ukraine and Russia thing.
There's war in Ukraine. I believe that we do not talk about enough all of the good things that have happened and everything we've learned.
One thing it's like to be a student at the school year is it's really exciting because we're going on a bunch of field trips and we did a bunch of events at the school.
It feels great to be a student at my school. One of the reasons is I get to read a lot of books and learn more. One of the books
It's pretty amazing. I met some awesome friends, awesome teachers. Yeah, I know they try their best to keep me safe and the others. And yeah, I'm very grateful for that.
And they play a lot. And when the teacher says clean up, then they clean up. But if some people don't clean up, then I clean up with them.
It's amazing. I love playing with my friends, and I love learning new things.
School could be awesome and scary at the same time. Awesome because you get to see your friends, you can talk to them and have fun with them. It's scary because there's a lot of work to be done that teachers are strict with, and because there's a lot of school bullies that attack random people for no reason.
I haven't been here in a long time, and I don't know. I feel really happy coming back here. I was like very nervous to come to school, and then I changed into like excited for school.
Like it's more challenging for me to learn on a computer, but like in class, when Miss Marcelo was free, I can just ask her, hey, how do I do this or this and this and this, you know?
Because we get to work together, you can make new friends, and if you work together, it'll be a good team.
There's entertainment, and then there's other days where it's just chaos. It's just crazy out there.
On the other hand, people enjoy going to school because they can escape their harsh reality and have fun with others, making memories, and being able to distract themselves from any problem they have.
I get to hang out with my friends and have fun.
There's always something new to do, like new events or clubs to join. And there's always pep rallies to make sure everyone is in very high spirits.
Started off in a predominantly white elementary school, so around Black History Month, we would study presidents instead of like actual Black figures, and it wasn't until like 3rd grade where I had really started to get more known with the Black history aspect with actual Black figures. And 5th grade wasn't until like I actually started to remember these figures and understand what they were about. So I really want to be able to educate myself along with others.
Lacks a little bit about equality. For example, something that I think it's not equal is that there is one chemistry class that it's not in the chemistry building, and they do not get to do all the experience in labs. And I'm one of those students. We don't get to do all the experiments and labs that we're supposed to do because we're not inside.
I got surgery in February due to a knee dislocation. I've been in and out of school and to doctor's appointments. So being out of school, it's been really hard to keep up with the work, but I do the best I can just to mainly focus on what I have for assignments and talk to the teachers and communicate and see what needs to be done and how to do it.
Favorite subject is reading, writing, math, and gym.
As being a junior in the remote learning, I didn't feel that I had to do so much work as I needed to do. And I just only did as much as I did to pass. But now that I'm in my senior year, I realized that I need to do a lot more than just trying to pass and actually understand the concepts that I'm doing. Because if I don't, when I go to college, I'll be really lost.
One of the main 2 issues I've had this year was trying to comprehend what my teachers have said in past subjects. So, for example, like math. She would ask us how to do this problem even though she hasn't explained it yet. So we would just sit there clueless, asking questions over and over again, and then she would just say, well, this is a part of being in 7th grade. You're going to have to understand. But none of us knew the answer, not even the smartest kids in the class. We still haven't got the answer to that question. We're sitting here clueless. We're just waiting.
This year, me and a couple of my friends did an architecture project for the Chicago Architecture Biennial, where we were tasked with creating a model of like a garden or space. And so we did that, and it was like Alice in Wonderland themed, and we ended up winning first prize for that. So.
Hi, I'm Zoe.
I'm Helen.
And I'm Amina. We're in 7th grade in Chicago, Illinois.
This was our submission for the Chicago Architecture Biennial Student Ideas Competition.
We made this garden based off of Alice in Wonderland, so people could go to the garden and escape the real world.
We went through many careful stages of planning and project making.
We spent a lot of time to make sure our garden model had lots of details.
I guess we worked on it for like 2 months. The first month was mostly just planning it out and how it was going to look and going through all the different stages of planning. And then the second month, we really started like working on it and making it like a thing, I guess.
In middle school, I was not the best student, or I was struggling with
some academic things, and I really wanted to change that in high school, and I did. And I just feel like my motivation is my friends, also my family, and everything around me, my experiences especially, because I always want to become someone better.
I don't want to tell you about school.
As for many, my high school years was not what I had planned. I think back to the first day of school, and it was like a Monday morning in August 2018. The words class of 2022 were plastered pretty much everywhere, and found their way into every single conversation that I had. But 2022 felt like light years away. My life, and probably yours, has greatly changed from that first day. I only had 1.5 full years of in-person high school before the pandemic forced us homebound. Sometimes it saddens me to think about all these 4 years and how all of the memories that I wanted weren't as good as they were supposed to be.
I like being here. I feel safe here.
I felt that I could speak up because me personally, I feel like it doesn't matter what you're fighting for. You are a human being and you should have that right to speak your mind and fight for what you believe.
My major is going to be chemical engineering, and within chemical engineering, I'm hoping to work closely with the environment, because my freshman year, I wrote a paper for my English class about climate change, and that's where I really found out what is going on with the world and how what we're doing, like human actions, are affecting the environment. And within my major, I'm hoping that I can come up with solutions or create better products that can help make the environment better.
So I really do enjoy using my voice, and I do know that I can move a lot of people if they listen to me. And there are a lot of issues that are in the world that could be solved, or that just needs a really good communication, because a lot of things could be misunderstood.
How do you handle stress these days?
I handle stress by hanging out with my friends and playing the game and just being in my own little area most of the time.
Screaming in a pillow.
Stress these days is I try to walk in circles so I can calm myself down, so I won't end up like trying to get in trouble. So basically, I just like to walk around so I won't have I can handle my stress.
I moved from Chicago to Minneapolis, Minnesota 7 months ago.
Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, there have been a lot of extra stressors and pressures for students of every age, but especially for seniors going through the college process. In order for me to handle my stress, I write everything down and try to break all of my larger tasks into smaller tasks that are easier to accomplish. I also try to place a focus on taking time for myself away from my technology and my schoolwork in order to focus on my mental and emotional health.
I'm stressed by going to sleep or using a stress relief like a squishy or something.
I don't really draw because I like to draw a lot. Sometimes I can paint. Play video games, but sometimes you could get mad off of that.
This was something I drew while I was recovering from surgery.
Give respect to others in the way that you want that respect to come back to you.
And in my drawing, I answered the question, how do I deal with stress lately? And I have very different things about how I deal with it. In the far corners of it, there's mandala, and I like to draw mandala because it's really relaxing and therapeutic. There's many sections the drum set and the place where there's a hole and music is coming out of it. It's just how I like to hear music or create music to deal with stress. And there's this part where there's mountains, and there's another part of a mountain. This represents how I like to think that there's always something underneath, and there's two different parts of it, so you can look at it from different perspectives, and it helps deal with the stress. And there's also flowers in that one triangle, and the reason why the flowers are there is because I like nature, and seeing nature and things like that really does help me deal with stress. And the corners, the frame that has colors, it just represents how even though it might seem like stressful and dark and gloomy, there's always like color surrounding everything and happiness, and yeah.
Don't be shy, because then you won't meet new people. Like, it's okay if you don't know anybody, but at least try to meet some new people, or nobody's going to know who you are. I met a lot of new people in joining clubs, and all you have to do is take some time to meet new people, and you'll be okay.
One time, I wanted to make a friends. And for me, it was challenging. I didn't know how to start, like with my name, or like talk with that person. But then I'm doing good to get new friends and play with them, and maybe talk with them. And that was the thing that I used to be challenging for me. Now it's positive for me.
Some challenges I faced is test anxiety. When like you take a test and like it kind of stops you from like taking the test, like you just get built up about the test and doing well.
The stress these days is I go to sleep or I mumble all my breath because
just by taking mental days off from school, by staying home and clearing my head by walking and listening to music, like calm music, so I could clear my head.
I think about like what the end result would be, and then I just kind of take a deep breath and like, okay, it'll lead to that, and then I just kind of take a break if what I'm doing is stressful, and then I go back to it and just start doing it again.
At first, I just imagine myself in a clear area and try to clear my mind.
So during quarantine, I didn't really have the opportunity to go out because personally, I like to go out and like go for a walk or just hang out with my friends. But ever since quarantine and COVID, I wasn't able to do that. So now to be a little more on the safe side, I started going to the gym, and that's how I mostly handle my stress that I have here at school with all the homework and assignments and tests that are going on.
Video games. Some video games I like is Destiny, Minecraft, Legend of Zelda, because they're like open world and then you can do more things with it, not just do what it's supposed to be.
I can't really deal with bullies at recess time, and I kind of get nervous about that because like bullies are like tall and sometimes mean, and they bully everybody else.
Try not to stress myself too much, because if I do that, I know I'm not going to be enjoying my time here, and I'm just going to be like stressing or just being mad at just like the small things, being triggered. So I would just like give myself time to process everything, set like dates, like make an agenda of like what I have to do, and like set time for myself basically.
Yeah, I used to dance like 5-6 days a week, but I've been out since September, so it's been weird to be out. For stress, I feel like hanging out with my friends and drawing and focusing on like something other than what's stressing me out is good.
I had two difficulties this year. That was reading and reading iLearn. Reading iLearn was difficult because I had to go over my paragraphs several times.
I like the Nala and Jelly books. I like the Dogman books. I like the Bad Guys books.
Because we accept everyone regardless of what race you may be, or ethnicity, or culture. We accept all people.
Challenges are getting good grades because my mom's a teacher and that puts a lot of stress on me. Yeah. Doing good in sports because I don't want to disappoint anyone. And focusing.
I like to play Roblox, mainly Bloxburg, and I like to listen to music.
I also like to listen to music, but I also like to relax and hang out with my friends.
For reading, it was really hard because some words are really difficult for me.
I breathe, I name my feeling, and I count to 10, and I just try to relax and calm down, and whatever I need to do, I just do it. I do self-talk, and I do breaths, and I also use my fidgets. Or I just go talk to someone that I really love about what happened.
I don't really have stress. I don't really get stressed out.
I just breathe, or I just put my head down and just think about how do I make myself to come from stress. And when I'm ready to work, I just stand up and ask for help.
I didn't have enough time for myself. I couldn't do my homework. I couldn't talk to my friends. I couldn't even go eat without worrying about sports stuff.
And sometimes I took care of my little sister while my mom is doing her own stuff. And it's fun playing with my sister. We play tag, we play hide and seek, and sometimes we watch a movie to pass the time. And she actually makes me happy.
When I get down, I remind myself, I am alive. I am here. I made it through online school. I made it through the mask mandates. I made it through social isolation and no sporting events.
Play video games, and I listen to music, watch Netflix and YouTube. I go for walks, and I sometimes go to the park if nobody's there.
Sometimes I don't really handle it. I just wait for it to go away until I calm down. Sometimes if I'm mad at home, I just lay down in my bed angrily, and then sometimes I take naps to help me calm down. But in school, sometimes I put my head down, or I drink water to calm my body down because I feel like it needs it. And yeah, I think that's it.
When I have stress, I will just go into my room and just play games, and it usually just calms me down.
Or reading a book that I really like, because I really like books.
Do when I'm sad. Draw a picture of me sad. So, this is how I make it.
It's by listening to music and going on a run, or I just like to sleep all day.
I just listen to music.
I take a deep breath and calm down. I also take my dog for a walk. My dog name is Fendi. We will go on walks around our neighborhood. He's always helpful to me when I'm stressed. And another technique that I use when I'm stressed is reading a book. And
test anxiety, I chew gum and I prepare more for the test. And then for stress in Spanish, I just prepare more. And then it's also nice to have a friend group. I've really found a friend group I could talk about my stress, about my real stress, and they'll support me about it.
To help my stress, I listen to music, play video games, and play sports with my friends.
I just stay to myself and I just take a deep breath, and I take breaks in between if needed. So doing classwork or just presentations or anything in that matter.
Because I really enjoy traveling and exploring new places. So for this one, it's just a map, and it's showing a car going through this monument to this one. And then I chose two different places in the world, and then I just put little things that represent each. And this was China, and then this was Mexico.
Very passionate just about helping my peers as well as kids that are younger than me to grow and see things on a different path.
I used to do a thing. It's called ADAPT. The letters stand for different things, and the one that mostly helps me is distraction.
I go to the corner of the room and sit down and take a break.
Yeah.
I'm angry. That's what I do when I'm angry.
And I just try to handle myself and try not to talk back to them or the teacher.
If you don't feel so optimistic, find someone who can tell you to look in the mirror and see the amazing, awesome person looking back. Because that's what you are. We all are that.
focusing at this point. Like, I don't focus really much, so it's like really hard. So focusing is pretty good.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
What are you most proud of this year?
What I'm most proud of this year is that I've learned to speak up for myself and speak up for others and try my best. And it's okay to not get things right sometimes because nobody's perfect and we're all gonna grow.
I got good grades this year.
I am most proud of my GPA and how I do in school and how much friends that I have made.
I would say like I'm really proud of myself because the pandemic like did take a hard turn on everybody, but then also.
Well, for starters, my family does have a huge impact on who I became today. First, my family are immigrants, and I know that they came here to give me a better life. So I really think that it was like my not obligation, but it's just a way of saying thank you. So I would really want to give back to my parents for all the sacrifices that they made in their life, and I want to pay that forward.
I was like late to everything, but I still managed to like pick up my grades and like fix my attendance throughout the year.
I am proud of the great friends I have made. I am proud of good grades I've earned. And I'm looking forward to starting my final year here next year.
I'm most proud of my grades because it's hard to keep up your grades in middle school, but I did it. And then I'm also proud of my friends because they also accomplished a lot of things.
I'm proud of my grades because this is the highest they've ever been. I normally get like B's, a lot of B's, but this year I got like mainly A's. And I'm proud of my dance career because it's gotten better. Like we get a lot higher placement than we did last.
Although it's not been easy, I'm really proud to say that I have been able to get to this point in the school year with a really good balance of work and having fun.
And I'm most proud of this year is me controlling my temper and not trying to be in trouble. And I'm most proud of me for taking responsibility of what I have done.
You getting good grades?
What I'm most proud of this year, I am proud of that I did not get in no fights and on my grades and stuff.
We have family of like having a great memory of my doggy and my best friends.
Something challenging for me is when you back down for something instead of try. What was challenging for me at first was in math, if I had to subtract, add, or divide, or multiply any of that. If I forgot a step, I can either ask the question or just do it myself. And if I thought I would get it wrong, then I'll just try different steps. And if I get the same answer, if I do a different step, then maybe that's gonna tell me that's the right answer.
To be honest, my honor rolls because summer vacation kind of brought down my reading fluency also, and like my reading and my grades, because I started to slack off at the beginning of the school year, and now I have the honor rolls, A's and B's.
Being able to bounce back from the negative like pathways that have hit me while during my senior year.
Getting A's and B's while recovering from surgery.
Even though high school has been very hard, I'm proud of how I kept going. I'm graduating with a scholarship to college, and I feel like there are limitless possibilities ahead.
Me getting A's and B's and working hard on my assignments.
I'm getting better most in math a little bit, and I'm being proud to about it. I'm getting a little bit better at writing English and reading English today.
I am most proud of my grades and me doing better in school.
A long time ago, I used to get like a lot of bad grades and good, but I have improved. A long time ago, I used to not ask for help because I was nervous. Because it was like new grade, new teacher, and all that.
My academic achievements, as I've won the spelling bee this year, and I've kept good grades throughout, and I am very proud of myself for that.
Basically finishing school if I finish, because I don't really, no offense, but I don't really like school that much, so I will be really proud of myself if I finish the year strong.
I've used my voice as where we've had meetings with admin if there were issues about the school, or we would have topics as far as discussing on what to do if we want to promote our change as far as students in Black Student Union and students of Phoenix Military Academy.
What I'm most proud of is that my reading grade is going up, and I'm getting more good at math, and I'm getting more good at science, answering questions, and not scared to ask a question.
I'm also proud of my grades, like how I still keep getting A's, straight A's. And
overcoming my fear of water slides.
I think I am smart.
Thank you for attending the second annual Student Voice Summit. We are so grateful that you were with us today to witness the voices and hear the stories of students from across the country. This event was sponsored by Mindful Practices and Class Catalyst, the comprehensive social emotional learning solution. Please feel free to reach out to us if you need social emotional learning assistance this fall. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.